Welcome back. So miners have begun receiving payments for claims made against gold mining companies. Scores of miners contracted the respiratory disease silicosis due to negligence in health and safety. This comes after the 5 billion rand class action settlement by gold producers was approved by the courts in July 2019. So far, over 2,000 claims have been lodged, while 408 benefit medical examinations have been carried out on claimants. Tsiamiso Trust CEO Daniel Cotton joins us now via Skype to tell us more. Daniel, thank you so much for your time on ENCA this evening. What's taken so long to get this process off the ground?
Good evening to you, Clement, and good evening to all of our viewers. The process is based on a very complex trust deed, which requires a vast infrastructure to be set up not only across South Africa, but across our neighboring countries as well. There are a number of sites that need to be set up to facilitate the lodgements. We need to do the benefit medical examinations, as you quite correctly indicated. Also, just to bear in mind that the trust was only formulated in February of last year. Then, unfortunately, we were hit with COVID, so the operational structures could not be put in place. They only were kicked off in October last year. So within the last 4 or 5 months, we've managed to put up 50 facilities across South Africa and our neighboring countries to do the lodgements. We have a number of benefit medical examination providers. We will scale both of these up over the coming 6 months so that we can start to facilitate more and more payments to our potential eligible claimants.
Yeah. So my understanding is the current and former mine workers who contracted silicosis on 82 gold mines are eligible to claim, but then you only have 6 mining companies that were party to the settlement. So what happens to the workers who contracted the disease while working in other companies that are not part of the settlement?
So thank you, Clement. Those 82 companies that are eligible fall under the 6 founding companies, but there are companies where people would have worked where they are not eligible, unfortunately. So we are subject to the trust deed and to whom those founding companies are and to who those 82 gold mines belong to.
Yeah. How do people go about lodging their claims?
Thank you. So best and fastest way to do it is to call our call center. We have a toll-free number here in South Africa. We have a number in our neighboring countries where the potential eligible claimants can call. The call will go through, it'll ring twice, it'll drop, and we will call them back so as to ensure that they don't incur any expense. There's an 8-step claim process that they need to go through. This is due to 2 reasons. The trust deed is very prescriptive in terms of the steps that we need to take to make sure that we have the right person with the right documents and that we don't have fraud in the process, which is very, very rife. So the 8-step process, Clement, is that the potential eligible claimants need to check their eligibility first. This can be done on our website or can be done via our call center. If they are eligible, we will book an appointment for them to lodge a claim at a facility that is as close as possible to them. They will come and do their claim, bring the relevant documentation. We will send them for a benefit medical examination if that is required. After that process, they go through 2 certification panels internally, and they will then go for final vetting to the agent of the founding companies. Once all of these checks and balances are in place, we will be in the position to make a payment. So it can take anywhere up to 6 months to process an entire claim. We need to make sure, as I said, we have the right person who is putting the claim forward, that they are eligible for the claim, and that there is no fraud in the system.
Yeah. How many people do you expect will benefit from the 5 billion rand? And how is the money going to be distributed? Is it going to be on a case-by-case basis?
So there are 10 different classes covering both tuberculosis and silicosis. There are different amounts payable depending on the class of illness, ranging anywhere from 10,000 rand up to 500,000 rand in very special cases. The 500,000 rand award is only for 1% of special cases. So the normal range is from 10,000 up to 250,000. And it's very important that everybody understands, Clement, that there is no cap on the number of claimants that we can pay. anybody that we find or who comes forward and presents themselves who are eligible for a claim will be paid.
Okay. So, and as we wrap up, Daniel, I'm sure you appreciate that the wait since 2018 has been a source of frustration for prospective claimants. A lot of them are ill. There are many of them that are old. Some have possibly passed away. Is there any recourse for families who had compiled documentation to claim, but the prospective claimant has died? So can the families claim on their behalf?
They absolutely can, Clement. So we will process that claim for them. So I encourage them, please call us on our toll-free number in South Africa and on our number outside our borders in our neighboring countries. If you had a loved one who worked on our qualifying mines during the qualifying periods who has passed away, you are still eligible to process your claim. Please do contact us.
All right. Tsiamiso Trust CEO Daniel Cotton, I really appreciate your time on ENCA this evening.